So it's a big, big, noisy welcome here to Ernee in France for this 59th version of the Motocross Des Nations, the World Cup of Motocross. Believe you me, look at that starting list. There are 39 countries represented here. It's incredible. They're coming from everywhere. I just can't believe what I'm seeing. But you don't get this in Formula One, you don't get this in Superbike, and you certainly don't get this in MotoGP. Only you get this in motocross. This is Heat 1, MX1, MX2, side by side. Look out for the Americans. Carmichael is out there, and of course the Americans haven't won this for a while. It's the American that goes into the lead. Carmichael is away with this one. That's what we didn't want as Europeans. We wanted the Americans not to be able. Oh, that's Caroli, the Italian. He's gone down, losing the front one. Pichon's in trouble. Where's he going? Well, the home favourites, the French here in Ernee, well, they're being roared on. Oh, and just look at that. Italia, Antonio Caroli, the newly crowned World MX2 champion, is out of this, but the battles are on. Holy smoking Joe, we've got it all going on here at the moment. Billy McKenzie, number 25. Well, it's Carmichael. New Zealand's Josh Coppins. Tanner Leok, the Estonian. Pichon down there in third, and there is Tedesco, the second American rider on the MX2 bike, down there in eighth. So we can only hope that something goes wrong for the Americans. Swanepoel, Rattray, well, the two South Africans 13th and 14th. And Everts, Stefan Everts from Belgium, is 13th, the defending MX champions. The Des Nations Cup holders after last year. Well, Carmichael, you can see the gap, 7 seconds already. The greatest, I'm not going to say the greatest ever rider to come out of America, because there have been many of them. Of course, we have one here this weekend, and that is Ricky Johnson. But there have been many of them. But this is a young man that's certainly, his name's going to be added to that list. But there is Coppins, number 2 in the world after the end of the World Motocross Championship. But there is Pichon, the former 2 times Grand Prix winner. Well, what can you say, the Frenchman? So third position, he's fought his way back up to the field, and you can hear the roar of the crowd. It's unbelievable, a partisan crowd. You wouldn't really expect anything else. The track here is absolutely great. Third position, Finland, Pyron in there as well. But look at his scrap, that's Tedesco on the Kawasaki, having a really good scrap. And that's alongside the number 16 bike. I think there's Antti-Pyronen. So there are battles going on right down through the field. Tedesco needs to get further up the field to ensure the Americans have a good lead, or points disadvantage, we should say. Because remember, if you win the race, you get 1 point. If you finish second, you get 2 points. You finish third, you get 3 points. If you don't finish at all, you get a whopping great 30. So it's the team with the least amount of points at the end of 3 races that take that Nations Cup home. And will it go across the seas to America? It's been there 14 times before. They are second behind Great Britain, who've won it 15 times. Are we going to even the score here today in Ernee? Look at that number 7 bike of Pichon. Well, he's just down the road from where he lives in Le Mans, and he's going after this. He's going after Coppins, the New Zealander. New Zealand, well, they were fielding a great, strong team till Daryl Hurley got injured. So we've got, of course, Ben Towley, the former MX2 champion, and Josh Coppins from New Zealand. But there is Pichon. So time to go. Not much time to go at all. Just 2 laps. So can the Frenchman do this? Can he put that bike into second place? Well, there's the number 10 bike. That's Tanner Leok, the Estonian. They are riding so well. And they're just such an emerging nation. They've got Tanner, of course, his cousin, Aga Leok as well. Ricky CARMICHAEL. There he is, 101. Fastest lap, 156.412. And that, around this track, I have to tell you, is pretty rapid. He's such a small guy, just a minnow, and he just rides that bike as if he was glued to it. It's the natural ability of this youngster is just unbelievable. He follows in the footsteps, I should say, of the great Jeremy McGrath and many, many others from America. Carmichael, as I say, is going to get his picture on the wall in the Hall of Fame for American motocross riders. He's here today, and he's here to win. But that's Belgium's Stefan Everts, the reigning and newly crowned, well, not newly, but retaining his crown for this year, the reigning World MX1 champion. He's having an awful time. McKenzie, 6th position for Great Britain. Everts behind him, and young Billy McKenzie on the bike at Dixon Racing Yamaha, having the ride of his life. How many times have you seen McKenzie lead the world champion? There's number 3. That's the second rider for Belgium, Steve Ramon, and he's got Tortelli for France, number 8 with him. So it's Belgium versus France. That's the fight for 9th position. What an incredible spectacular this is. Look, we must have 50 to 60,000 roaring fans around this track, and I've got to say most of them have to be French. Vive la France. When they do motocross, boy do they know how to do motocross. There is no better. I remember Saint-Jean d'Angely back, 5 years ago. I can remember that so well. M25 strong. Well, there you go. CARMICHAEL, Coppins, Pigeon. Coppins is holding off the challenge. Leoc, Mark de Reuve having a great ride. Everts, Tedesco. I can't believe this. This is incredible stuff. Ramon Tortelli, Rodriguez and Carl Nunn, Britain's very own Carl Nunn, the new British MX2 champion, fighting hard as well. Leoc and Swanepoel, Masuda is in there. Rattray, that's not a good one for him, but there he is, Ricky CARMICHAEL, the man on a mission to do just one thing here this weekend, and that's to take the silverware back over the pond, back to the USA, and to say, hey guys, we are the MX Des Nations champions. The best in the world come together. It's the best of the best come together here for a one-off event. 3 races. It's Ernee this year in France, and what a spectacular job the club have done. It's absolutely superb, and so is the racing. Look at this. Tedesco. And it's, whoa, that was nearly one off for number 8. Well, that was a very close one for Tortelli. Of course, Tortelli, no stranger to racing in America. He's been there for a few years on an AMA licence. But here comes the race 1 winner, Ricky CARMICHAEL. He takes the goal in front of this massive French crowd. Look at that. Coppins in second, from Michael Pichon there in third, from Leoc, Everts, Tedesco, Tortelli and de Reuve for the Netherlands down there in 8th position. What a race that was. Looking a little further down, Stephen Rowan, Billy McKenzie and Carl Nunn. But how did our winner of that race feel?
It was a very good race for me, and I think Ivan beat Tortelli, so that was good for us. It was an awesome race, and these people, but it's amazing, you know. Just happy to be here.
Here we go, MX2 and Open. I'll tell you what, I've had a quick lie down in the middle of the French fans during that short piece. Oh, that was enjoyable, I can tell you. United States. I've got to get my breath back. They last won this back in, where are we, 2000 in Saint-Jean d'Angely. Italy was second, Belgium were third. I was there, I remember it well. But here we go. That's the starting list for the MX2. Dave Nicol leads everybody off the line. Here we go. Who's going to get it this time? It's going to go anyway. I've got to say this. This start, sweeping right-hander. And are they all safely through at the moment? So that sort of dips away from you when you turn left. It's Windham. Kevin Windham leads. Philipparts and Vuillemin there in third place. Ben Townley in fourth. Ristori and Ramon. Vico, Garcia Vico, our old mate from Spain, is there in 8th. What a great ride for him. Asuta, the Japanese rider, in there. James Noble from Great Britain, 13th, with McFarlane and Rattray behind him. Leoc, that's Aga Leoc down there in 7th. And look at Tortelli for France. Oh, he's not a good start. Carl Nunn, neither a good start. He's down in 19th, but look at this battle that's going on. Well, I've got to say, well, that's the number 9 rider, because leading that little group at the moment, and that will be David Vuillemin, another French rider that went off to the United States of America and has been there for just a while. Another battle on here. I'm going to get my breath back in a moment. That's Townley, number 21, sweeping past the 45 machine there of David Philipparts. Well, what can you say? I mean, I don't know whether I'm going to make the end of this programme. It's just unbelievable. The atmosphere here, you could cut it with a knife. Vuillemin for France. This is the battle for second place. The Kiwi, Ben Townley, who goes to race in America, of course, next year. So he wants to show the Americans the view from the back end of his bike, I tend to think. So I say, oh, and down goes Townley. Losing the front end of the bike. He'll pick it up. He's kept it running. Yes, he has. Ben Townley, who lives with Josh Coppins in Belgium. He wants to beat the Americans here so much. It's unbelievable. Philipparts and Townley now battling for that third position. Of course, Townley's already passed Philipparts once. He's got to do it all over again, courtesy of that little mistake that he made. But Townley wants to beat the Americans. Rattray and Noble, look at Townley. No, that guy has got the widest pair of elbows in motocross. I'm a coming through, boy, and I'm not holding back. Get out of my way. If he was an American, that would be a good impersonation. But he's not. He's a Kiwi, one of the greatest countries in the world. That's where I'm going to retire to when I grow old, which isn't so long. Oh, problem there for Philipparts. Oh, we got the Americans. Who's that? That's Tedesco. Even Tedesco on the floor. Got a bit of outside assistance there from a few people, so I don't quite know how the jury might look at that one, but I'm sure in the spirit of everything that they'll let that one go. Belgium in first position. The Ramon is there, number 2 at the moment in the MX2 class. Kevin Strybus in the open class down in 6th. So Belgium have gone into the lead. Remember, it's 1 point for a win, 2 points for second, 3 points for third, and on and on and on. It's the team that have the least amount of points scored from their both riders. So if, say, like Windham there, he's in first position. He's only to score 1 point. Townley was, the problem there for Windham. He's off the bike. Kevin Windham's off the bike. It's all going wrong, and that's, I think, Vilman, number 9, behind him. David Vilman's going to get past the American, or is he? Well, and another problem there for him. I think he wants to have a view of a camera at the moment. So Windham, short on the tabletop, lands the front wheel heavy, suspension compresses, springs back, throws him off the bike straight. He's lucky not to join our camera crew just then. There is Townley. Now is he in the lead? Yes, he is. New Zealand lead. So it'll be 1 point for Townley. Where is Cody Cooper? That's the big question. It's Cody. There is Cody Cooper, 28. So that's an accumulative result, a score of 29 points. There is Tortelli. He's been off as well. So Tortelli, it's not a good day for France at the moment. They so much want to win here in front of their home crowd. And Vilman has just gone through. So the two French riders are pinned together at the moment. What's it going to be at the end of the race? I can't believe this. It's the fight for third position. Steve Ramon from Belgium. Philippe Arts, number 45, is trying to stay with him as they get in amongst the back riders. Philippe Arts, of course, on that 45 machine. And we've got a rider. Yellow flags out there. Who's that on the floor? Oh, and that's Tortelli off again. Well, what can you say for France? For David Philippe Arts, of course. Well, it's just all unfolding in front of me. That is Strybus, number 3, on the team. Sylvain Gabor's Suzuki, and who is he about to? He's about to pass Windham. That's 103. That's Kevin Windham in front of the American. It's all going down the tubes for the Americans at the moment. But don't count them out. We've got a Suzuki on the floor. I don't think that was Strybus, but look at this young man. Ben Townley, 14 seconds, 14 and a half. Well, 40 in front of, what does it matter? He's in the lead of the Frenchman Vilman. Townley, Cody back there in 24th, so this will be 25 points. 5th position for New Zealand if they finish like this, so it doesn't matter. There is Steve Ramon, the Belgian rider, the former MX2 champion, and wasn't the greatest he is this year, but there's Townley. He looks, he says, there you go, boys. I came here to prove something, and I came here to win. I came here to beat the Americans, and he's done just that. Can he do it in a third and final race? Remember, he's up against the best of the best of the best in America. Ricky CARMICHAEL is the name of the man he's got to beat. Look at the crowd. Townley from Vilman. Ramon Philippe Arts, Windham from Strybus, Garcia Vico, and Mark Ristora down there in 8th position. Looking a little further down, Carl Long and James Noble finished 11th and 12th.
For sure, this is up there with the best. I mean, at the moment I crashed, I was like, damn, I have to get back up and catch Windham. You know, I can't let him get away with it. And then he made the mistake, and then I was able to capitalise. At that moment, I was coming back to him. You know, I was catching up, and then. Yeah, well, it's great to win in front of so many people. It's unbelievable.
Here we go then, the starting list for the MX1 and Open. You see Belgium there with the red plate. They lead at the moment going into this third and final race. The Americans will want to do something about that. Remember, they won this series, this championship, 1981 right through to 1993, where Great Britain in France at Rogenberg beat them. Then the team manager for Great Britain, Robbie Herring, Paul Malin, of course, Kurt Nichol with a winning team. I can remember something, do you know? Look at that crowd. Is there no room to stand in there? I don't think so. Here we go then. Third and final encounter for the 2005 MX Motocross of Nations. Race 3 MX1, MX Open. Look out for CARMICHAEL. Look out, and that's Everts. Everts is upside down on the start. That's a Japanese rider alongside him, but that's Everts, the current MX1 world champion for Belgium, and the Belgians led going into this final race. That's blown it. Everts is going to have to ride the race of his life. 101. That was CARMICHAEL, I think, just going through there. Now, who's in the lead? No, that's CARMICHAEL in the lead. So that would have been his team. Yo, CARMICHAEL 101 is... I'm trying to pick out who's who at the moment, and we got one on the floor. That's Leo. Channel Leok has gone down again as the rest of the field come through. Come on, cameraman, let's have a look at the front. It's Wyndham that leads. Townley's second, and Townley goes to the inside. Wyndham comes back at him, and he blows him into the fence. And I said that boy has got the widest pair of Kiwi elbows you have ever seen. He takes no prisoners. So it is Townley at the moment. Where is Carmichael? And there is the American. Now, have we seen a lead change? I don't think so. There is Wyndham. Townley must still be out in front. Well, as I said, France kind of blew it a little bit for themselves, but there he is. Villeman on that number 9 machine. David Villeman in the open class. He's got his fellow countryman, Michael Pichon, not that far out in front, so what can you say about these guys? There is the 101 bike of Ricky CARMICHAEL. Now, Carmichael leads with the fastest lap, 1:54. This guy just keeps getting quicker and quicker and quicker. Can he get it down to 1 minute? I don't think so. I'll give him a medal if he does, but the battle is certainly on further down through the field. Carmichael, who's this? That is Everts. Everts, who fell on the opening. It's the battle for 13th position. That's Antti-Pyränen in front of him, so Everts charging through the field like a demented maniac. He wants to try and get Belgium at least onto the podium if he possibly can. Kevin Strybus, number 10, and Stefan Everts, 14th. That's 10 and 14th. That's 24 points. That's not good. There's Townley down in second. Joshua Coppins is behind him. So the two Kiwis, well, that's 7 points. Third for New Zealand at the moment. Are they going to make the podium? There's Townley. So Carmichael got past the Kiwi. I can only assume he made a mistake off camera. We didn't see it, but Townley was so dearly wants to beat Carmichael. Oh, and down goes Caroli. This is a disaster for Team Italia. That is just a Caroli, of course, with a scaphoid injury to his wrist. This is not going to help things at all. Carmichael, Townley, 3 seconds, just over 3 seconds. Townley is staging a fight back. He wants to beat the American. He wants to go to the States next year and say, hey man, you can only see one thing on my bike, the exhaust pipe at the back. But I don't think Carmichael is going to agree with that. He wants this one. He wants it for US America. They didn't compete last year in l'Europe. They didn't qualify in Zolder. Last time they won it was in Saint-Jean-d'Angely in 2000. Oh, believe you me, the Americans want this more than anything. They want to go back to the States saying, hey, we're the best of the best of the best in the world. There is Strybus with Channel Leok. So Belgium, young Kevin Strybus having a brilliant ride at the moment. He's really gone for this. Strybus, 10th place at the moment, along with the Estonian Channel Leok. Everts, 12th place, so that is 22 points. That puts Belgium in 4th position. They only need to move a couple more forward and they're going to get on the podium. But that's one man that I'm fairly sure will be there. 1:03 is Kevin Windham. He led this race away until Townley went past him. Now his teammate Carmichael has got it. It looks like the Americans are going to take this. Let's have a look. 16 points. France in second with 23. New Zealand at the moment with 33. And tying with Belgium on 33. Great Britain on 53. There we go, Portugal, what a great ride from them. Netherlands, a good ride. South Africa with Tyler Rattray on 89. Japan with Yoshi Asuta, 96 points in 12. So, it's really between New Zealand at the moment and Belgium. Italy, 110 points. Germany, well, they're out of there. So is Switzerland and so are Australia. But here they come. That is 12th place for Stefan Everts. 1 point is all that's going to be needed to be scored to put them third on the podium. Everts will want that. He'll get the pit boards from his mechanics. France at the moment in second. Blue flag goes out to the back marker. Pichon is in 4th, chasing David Villeman. France sitting second place at the moment. If Pichon can get past Villeman, that will be the 1 point needed to put Belgium third on the podium. They want it more than anything. They came here to win. They ain't going to win, but they're going to make damn sure they're up the podium collecting something. Windham is in, that's 3, and Michael Pichon 4th. So this is a great battle. So at the moment, the Americans take the red plate. 1:03, Kevin Windham for America. They lead the Motocross Des Nations here, 2005 in Ernee. And look at the crowd. Well, enthusiasm in abundance. But there is the 101 bike of Ricky CARMICHAEL, the American. He knows they've got it. He's there. He was here. He's part of the winning team with Ricky Johnson and, of course, Roger Di Costa, the legend himself as the team manager. CARMICHAEL knows Americans got it. CARMICHAEL knows they've got the trophy. 16 points. France and Belgium go to third, knocking New Zealand out of that podium position. Not enough, but quite enough for the Kiwis. Fourth, well, that's not too bad. But look at this result. CARMICHAEL, Len and Windham tie up the 2005 Des Nations here in Ernee. Despite Ben Townley's brave attempts to get past the Americans, Everts came through the ninth, which is how Belgium got onto the third step at the podium. What can you say? I'm speechless. There he is. Americans Ricky CARMICHAEL came here. He saw, and they certainly conquered. United States, 16 points. France and Belgium there, 24 and 31, with New Zealand just 1 point away from that podium step. What a great day's racing for Great Britain, finishing in fifth. Estonia behind them in sixth place, South Africa there in ninth. What an incredible 2 days it's been here in Ernee in France. The weather, well, it rained last night, it cleared up today, it's been beautiful. Denmark in 20th, and there's been a combined crowd here over the 2 days of about 60,000+, and 50 odd countries have taken the programme live. So the Motocross of Nations is surely on its way back. CARMICHAEL, Tedesco and Windham there. Team manager Roger De Costa, because he's from Belgium, not from America. Those of you that in the know will know. A lot of frantic going on there with the press. And there are the Belgian French flags. They're all down there with some American ones as well. Jean-Pierre Morgin, the president of the FFM, presents the trophy to the, well, I have to say it, Giuseppe Longo there, the president of Ustream, also making the presentations to the winning American team, and of course the disconsolate French team who so much wanted to win here in front of their home crowd. And there he is, Francesco Zerbi, the president of the FIM, the Chamberlain Trophy, presented to the USA. Ricky CARMICHAEL, Kevin WINDHAM and Tedesco, the winners. There is Dr. Wolfgang Shrub, the CMS and FIM president, presenting the red plate there to CARMICHAEL. America came, America conquered.
Yeah, I felt really good the first moto. An unfortunate mistake, I went down. I was so nervous that I cost it for our team, but we came back, we came strong. I was really worried about Michael in the second, our second moto, the third moto of the day. He got really close, and I'm just glad we could bring the trophy back home to America.
Yeah, for sure. That first moto was really good. I had a good ride and was the first 125 guy. And then that second moto, I came together with Tortelli, and when I was laying on the ground, I was thinking I was blowing it for our country, but these guys ended up pulling it off in the third moto, and these guys are good. Yeah, it was a great day. We all won today, not just myself. Everybody did their part. I'm happy. I don't think there's any regrets for coming. We showed the world today why we are number one, and I'm speechless.